Cutting down on surprise medical bills, hackers targeting developers' weaknesses, and more North American companies adopting financial data APIs. Stick around to hear more. Hi, I'm Lydia Defranchi, and welcome back to the Digital News Desk, a quick digest of digital transformation and API news to know. Hackers never sleep. A recent phishing campaign aimed at Dropbox employees led to compromise of 130 of the company's GitHub repositories. The file hosting service says customers are not at immediate risk, but a security breach involving internal developer materials can lead to a larger threat. That's because practices like putting API keys in a repository, which was part of the problem here, can allow attackers to expand their range of access. API keys are also at the center of a vulnerability found by threat detection firm CloudSec. They say more than 1,500 apps were leaking Algolia API keys. That's a proprietary search engine API. And 32 of those apps had hard-coded admin secrets. The threat researchers point out it's not a flaw in the company's API or other integration services, but rather evidence of how app developers can mishandle API keys. The No Surprises Act has succeeded in preventing surprise medical bills for 9 million Americans so far this year, but it's also overwhelming the dispute resolution process. A report finds disputes between a patient or a health insurance plan and a provider led to more than 10 times as many claims for independent resolution as the government expected, and that's just in the first 9 months of the year. The law is meant to protect patients from expensive surprise bills. For example, when the anesthesiologist that assisted in your surgery is out of network. Axway's VP of Healthcare and Life Sciences, Raley, says a few providers are making good progress, but to make price transparency a reality, it's essential to forge ahead in digitizing healthcare.
Leveraging standardized APIs, which is required by the federal government, throughout the entire care process will help automate so many steps, like those required to collect all the data necessary for a price estimation. It's going to take time, but that's why we can't afford to wait. We can help consumers avoid unexpected costs, and we can reduce the burden of disputes and complications on the healthcare ecosystem.
As the U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau gathers feedback on a planned open banking rule, the Financial Data Exchange reports 42 million consumer accounts are now using its FDX API to share open finance data. That's compared to 28 million this time last year. Our 2022 Open Everything Strategy Survey found close to half of banking and finance decision makers see open banking as an opportunity to discover new business models. That's it for us today. Check out the link below to dig into the strategy survey I just mentioned, and you'll also find more details on all of these stories. And happy holidays! We'll see you again soon.